love lovers, hello everyone. Bonjour. Today I just thought about the single love lovers, right? I was just like wondering what could I do in order to also serve the single love lovers, because I do get consultations of single people, and of course we all love love. We all want love, we all want to feel love, we all want to be loved. And I've been talking about Synastry this, Synastry that, not necessarily also considering my love lovers who are single and just talk to them, and individual charts, not charts that include somebody else, right? So we're all about relationships. We're all about healing relationships. We're all about the cultivation of relationships, right? So our community is focusing on relationships, and therefore it includes people who are boot up, married, dating, all of that, and those who are single and looking and wanting and wishing to be in a relationship, right? Because love does not choose who is best for it, right? Anyway, so I thought, okay, let me focus so much on the 7th house so that the love lovers who are single can best be able to utilize their charts, and also the charts of their potential people. So we're starting with the Saturn in the 7th house, and see like if you get somebody, a potential someone with a 7th house Saturn, what would the relationship look like? Should this person be our yes, or should this person be our no? Ooh, we want to see, right? First of all, if you are looking for money, or if you are looking for somebody who's moneyed, who is secured materialistically, a person with a Saturn in the 7th house is a yes, okay? If the goal is to get somebody with cash, catching, then a certain 7th house is good, because this person is going to have access to all comforts, is going to have access to richness, is going to have comfort to materialistic gains. Why? Because Saturn is in the 7th house, in the house of Venus originally, right? And Saturn likes to be in the 7th house, right? So here, this individual with the 7th house Saturn is it's a yes, right? But of course, there's always the negatives and the positives, the good, the bad, the whatever, however you want to define it, right? But we also see that this person with a certain, like, okay guys, anyway, if you don't want to hear any bad news, please stop watching, because I'm going to talk about the bad news as well, and I don't want anyone with a heart that does not or cannot take in the bad news or negative news to follow us through, right? So if you have sensitive heart, a sensitive situation, please, I beg you to stop, right? So we're gonna give you a second. All right, okay, they've gone now, so we can continue, you guys. They're hardcore soldiers, right? Anyway, so this guy is like with the 7th house, so can worry so much. Like I see so much worrying, like they worry about their spouse, they worry about the children. Are the children okay? Are the children happy? So they just all around worrying all the time, and as such, because of this continuous stress, this person could tend to be visiting like medical professionals quite a lot, or inviting them to the house, right? Because constant stress, right? Also, do you see that there could be like an ambiance of wanting too much? It's like everything is never enough. It's like if this person, you give them a gift, you give them a Prada bag, it's not enough, they want something more. You give them a house, it's not enough, they want a house over there, not a house over here. It's never enough. So there is this greed, so to speak, that this person has, right? And as such, they could have like a scandalous name, like people talk badly about this person, like, oh, the girl who does she think she is? Oh boy, who does he think he is? So this person gained some notoriety in the society or some bad name, right? Generally they're good people, right? But they gain some bad name because they just want some sort of like a perfection that never exists, right? And I do see though that they like to travel locally, travel to foreign lands. All of that travel is like their thing, right? What I do see though is that even though the divorce here is very difficult to get, like divorce is impossible to get, but they do choose for separation. So they could separate for a month, separate for 3 months, for a year, for 2 years. But I do see separation happening, particularly in dual signs like Gemini and all of that, right? But the divorce option, it just becomes impossible, or it drains for a long time before it's declared, right? I do see cheatation, definitely cheatation. I see it here. And there's sometimes this person could bring shame to their spouse, or they could do things that destroy the spouse, or maybe they could it just like make a simple statement, but then that statement is taken out of proportion and then is turned against the spouse, right? So there's that infamous shame that they bring to the spouse. So if you're looking for this person, just know in the back of your head that these things could happen, right? Of if you have this one, just be aware now not to do it, because now you have the information, so you'll be self-aware, and so that you can always think about it to kind of control yourself, even if you can't control the people that could change the information and make it something huge, which is not, right? I do see some good friends that this person gains, of course. So if you're looking for somebody like that, definitely with this Saturn in the 7th house. However, be careful around your feet, not to get an injury, or if this is your guy, your girl, so there could be something like that. So just take care, of course. Even though there's some wealth, money coming in, comfort, I do see some sort of losses at some point due to partnerships, right? But then who doesn't experience this? When you get into partnership, it's a risk of loss and gain, right? So okay, that's quite okay, right? I also do see that, of course, obviously the partner is beautiful. So if you're the one with the 7th house Saturn, your partner, you are so lucky, is a beautiful spouse. But then if your potential has got this, then you are the beautiful one.
Lucky you are, you're so lucky, look at you, oh, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful, right?
I also do see though, sometimes we talk about certain delaying the marriage when it's in the 7th house. However, if it does happen, as it does happen early. It does, take place early for many people, regardless of what, we talk about in astrology and, astrologers talk about. Yeah. No, it does happen. People do get married early with the Saturn in the 7th house. However, it becomes the most difficult thing in their life. They hate the marriage. They hate the spouse. They hate everything about the marriage. They hate their wedding dress. They hate the chairs at the wedding place. They just hate everything about this marriage. They hate the spouse. They just hate everything around marriage. The marriage itself becomes a burden that they cannot at all get rid of. Like they just hate it, right? So that's why astrologers, like the best astrologers, always say marry late, with the seventh house Saturn. It is because of this, because the marriage itself becomes like the most troublesome thing of your life, right? And if your potential person has got the 7th house in Saturn, then at least now if they grumpy, why, right? It's their Saturn, why they seem like they hate you. No, they don't necessarily hate you. It's just that the 7th house Saturn is making them react like this, right? So because we're healing the relationship, so we're understanding why things are happening, right? So now we can be kinder. Now we can say, okay babe, I understand you have this placement, this is why you're acting like this, this is why you don't appreciate when I do this for you, this is why you don't appreciate this marriage and all of that, right? So we need to work towards it. We need to make it better. We need to look for solutions, because now we know why. That is the most important thing for closure. It is to knowing why. And once you know why, you will know how to solve the situation. So that is my message for you today, you guys. Now that you know, you will know. Now that you know why, you will know how to solve the situation, right? Okay, I do like the seventh house person should be careful about their teeth. I know this is like a general thing, everybody should visit their dentist, but then for this Saturn in the seventh house, it becomes a problem. So if this is your spouse, babe, get your appointment with the dentist. If it's you, okay, I'm setting up my appointment with my dentist, trying to get this thing sorted out, right? Points like where this is a woman with a Saturn, there could be a third party for a long time. It's like not having like a one night stand, but like having a long-term relationship, a second relationship on the side, where the other partner knows that, okay, there's this person in my relationship that I can't get rid of, right? So there's a situation like this, right? And I do see that listen to that, there's a beautiful rain, which is amazing for me, moon in Scorpio, so anything water it just makes me happy. But anyway, a Saturn is with Mars. There will be some spice in the relationship, in the rapid activity. It's a nice rapid activity situation. You guys gel together in that department of the rabbits. Right? But if it's with Venus now, yo guys, listen to this. Listen, come here, come closer, come quickly, come closer. Listen here. If this is with Venus, you're gonna be surprised, right? You're gonna be shocked, but okay, listen, right? If it's with Venus, this person is becoming nice and spicy in the bedroom situation, in the rapid activity situation, but because of this Venus being here, the cheatation is a definite. I already said there will be cheatation, but here it is like loosely like out there, because Venus in the seventh house does not give the commitment that Saturn would give, right? Venus is about having fun, dating, signing the agreement, but then it doesn't necessarily say, I'm not going to see other people, I'm not going to share their life. But when it comes to Saturn is the one saying, I'm having the love, right? So Venus, as already said, if it's in the dual signs, right? But what I do see is that if it's in Libra, Capricorn, or Aquarius, or maybe there's like a Jupiter situation, blessing here, or another benefic for your chart. Remember, this is based on the chart, so benefics are different, right? Depending on the chart. So then the spouse would be devoted to you, or you would be devoted to the spouse if this is your situation, right? So, but then the biggest part that I don't want you guys to worry about, actually I should not say it, it's just too dark, this one. I know I already let the other ones who have sensitive hearts go, but for you guys, I know you also hardcore, but for this one it's just too much. I can't tell you guys as well. It's too dark, and I love to protect your minds, So thanks guys. For now I will say thank you, and I'll see you on the next one. Being you. Ciao ciao ciao.